What's up, guys? NextGenPoker here. I'm here with Frankie and Jello. Today we're going to be playing cards, Texas Card House, Houston. Guys, focus. Focus. Guys. All right, they're not cooperating. Typical Frankie and Jack. Let's see if we can run it up.
We made the money, baby.
We are on the way down to Houston, coming from Dallas. You know, Frankie got second in the last tournament. I got third.
Rosie was boozing last night in Houston. He was enjoying himself going out, so I don't think he'll be doing too well. Obviously, we know tournament pros, but we're gonna go give this one a shot. $300 buy-in, so.
You know, opening King 5 suited under the gun, all that good stuff.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Welcome y'all to Houston, Texas. Let's get right into the tourney action. We got pocket fours in the big blind. The second hand we are dealt in. We're playing 5-handed right now. The cutoff opens it up to 900 chips, a huge raise considering the blinds are only at 100. Folds around to me, and I'm getting plenty odds to set mine here with 50,000 starting chips. I make the call. The flop is Jack 4-9, 2 spades and a heart. We bank bottom set. I check to him and he leads out for 1,000. I'm gonna check raise here. I make it 3,000. And he quickly makes a call, hoping he has some sort of one pair holding like ace-jack. The turn see 8 of hearts, a few straight draws get there. I continue betting here for 5,000 chips, and he quickly makes a call again. We're off to a river, heads up, out of position. It's the 6 of hearts, the backdoor flush draw gets there. Still not too scared of much. I bet 10,000 chips, hoping to get called pretty light here, and he does make the call. I flip over my set, and we're good. He shows pocket aces, so we cracked aces on the second hand we're dealt in. Oh, you know today's gonna be a good one now.
Spoiler alert, guys, I get a lot of premium pocket pairs, and it starts with pocket kings in the small blind. Everyone's limping almost every hand. This time, no different. Cutoff and button limp. In the small blind this time, I raise it up to 600, and they both make the call. The flop comes 2-2-8 with 2 spades. I lead out for 300 on this board, and the cutoff calls. Button folds, go into a turn, which is the 9 of spades. I think I definitely can bet here for value, but I decide to check when the flush gets there, and he checks it back. Going to the river, which is the jack of spades. Now I just want to see a cheap showdown. I check. He bets 600. I definitely think he can be bluffing here. I get sticky with my kings and call, and this time, no good. He has 10-4 spades, had me beat on the turn, and we lose this one.
First hand for me is the Jack 6 of clubs in the button. Do not adjust your television screens. We are actually playing this hand when it folds to us on the button. Blinds are 100, 200. We got 49K in our stack. We raise it up to 700, and only the small blind calls. We're going heads up in position to a flop of 5, queen, 8, 2 clubs, 1 spade. We flop the flush draw among some other back doors. He checks. We're going to c-bet. We make it 800, and he makes the call. So looking to improve on the turn, which is the 5 of clubs, giving us the flush. It does pair the board, however, and he does lead out on this card for $2,000. Bets right into me. Couple options here. Could call, could raise. I elect to go for the more deceptive route considering he is taking the aggression. I go for just a flat call, and the river is the ace of spades. For all intents and purposes, it's a dud, and he leads out again big. He makes it 8,000. The board is paired. There are higher flushes to be had. I don't think raising accomplishes too much. For these reasons, I shrug, make the call, and he places a dagger through my chest when he shows the ace 5 of hearts. Okay, on to the next one. Next hand for me, the Jack 6 was fun, but I like to play better hands, and this hand is certainly better. Pocket kings on the button with blinds at 200, 400, a 400 big blind ante, 39K in our stack, folds to me. I make it 1,000, and the big blind calls. We're going heads up to a flop, which comes 7, 8, 3, 2 diamonds, 1 heart. He checks. Obviously, we're not scared of too much with kings, but this is a pretty juicy board. I'm going for a big c-bet here. I make it 1,600, and he makes the call. The turn is the 6 of clubs, further connecting the board. He checks. I'm going to charge all the draws that are available. I make it 3,000, and he makes the call. The river is the 10 of clubs, putting that 4-liner on the board, and he now bets into me for 4,300. Now it's time to think. The board is scary for all of his holdings, right? Even his 2-pair holdings shouldn't like that there's 4 to a straight on the board. The most obvious draw of the diamonds missed. We have pocket kings. I can't give him up. I make the call, and he places a dagger of his own into my heart when he shows 10-6 of hearts for the runner-runner 2-pair. Please like the video, guys. Thank you. On to the next one.
Right after break, things get really heated. The tight player under the gun goes all in for 12,500, as you can see right in front of me. A man who had just bought in after the break, he goes all in for starting stacks, so slightly less than what I have. I got them both covered. I'm in the big blind. I have pocket aces. Obviously, we're going to be going all in here. Listen to this prediction the player makes. Someone else at the table says that everyone's going to have queens, kings, and aces. Let's see what everyone actually has. I flip over my aces, the new player flips over queens, and the tied player under the gun? Nope, ace, king. Wow, what a cooler. Let's go to our board, which comes 3-3-7, turn 9, river, no sweat, it's a 6. We win a super big pod, super lucky, feeling pretty good. Look at this nice pink stack in front of me as we look down at King 10 in the hijack. I bet 2,500, the cutoff and the small blind make the call. Going to the flop, which comes ace, 8, 9, 2 hearts. This hits my range. The nut advantage goes to me. This is a board I should be continuing on. I make it 3,000 to go, and just the small blind player makes the call. The turn comes at 7. Now I have an open-ended straight draw. When it checks to me again, I try to get him off all of his weak pair holdings that he called on the flop or his weak draws. I think this is another good card now that I picked up more equity to continue bluffing at. I make it 7,000. The small blind again calls. But I will say, he's talking to someone else, looking super disinterested in the hand. Whatever that means, let's see a river card, which is a queen, a high card. He checks to me, like I say, he looked disinterested. I go for a rare triple barrel bluff. I make it 15,000. And the small blind shrugs and calls. He shows queen 5. Any other combination of hearts is going to get a fold there. And just like that, we're back down to average stack size. Was this a punt, or do you just get caught sometimes? I know you guys will let me know in the comments. Look forward to hearing it.
What has been the theme of the video for my hands is still the same theme. The blinds are going up and the stack is going down. The blinds are 500, 1,000 with 1,000 big blind ante. We're down to 28K. We got ace deuce of diamonds on the button. Middle position opens it up to 3,000. I make the call and the big blind makes the call. We're going 3 ways in position to a flop of 7 deuce 3 with 1 diamond. We pick up bottom pair and the backdoor nut flush draw. Middle position, C bets for 5,000. I decide to make the call, and the big blind calls as well. The turn is pretty good for us. It's the 3 of diamonds, bringing in that nut flush draw for us. And this time, both players check to me. I think the C-better is therefore weak and just was C-betting on the flop. So I'm pretty sure we're ahead of him. We just have to get through the small blind here. We've got a pair. We've got the nut flush draw. We've got equity, I'm pretty sure. So I rip it all in for 18,500. The big blind goes into the tank and makes the call, which is not great. And the C-better folds in middle position, which we suspected. The big blind shows up with the 8-7 of spades. Top pair, I don't know if top pair would make the call there a lot of the time with an 8 kicker. Anyways, we got to improve on the river. We don't. Bye-bye. That's it for me. Little tilting, but what are you going to do? Couldn't win a hand today.
I think that was pretty up. Everything went wrong. That was horrible. All the hands you saw from me were losses. That was pretty much it. Going back to the hotel to grab some work. I think these boys are going to make a final table run. So I got to keep myself busy. That's it for me, gentlemen.
We're still alive after that unfortunate hand. We've got 13 big blinds, and we see the hijack player who's short go all in for 10,000. Blinds are 1,000, 2,000. I have 33,000 in my stack. The button makes the call here. I look down at pocket queens. I told you a lot of pocket pairs were coming, so I go all in, the obvious move here. And now the button shrugs. He feels like he can't fold, and now that he's priced in, he makes the call, going to a flop. 3 ways, we're all in, and the flop comes 2-4-9-2 clubs. And I just had that feeling in my heart that I was going to lose this hand. The turn is the king of clubs. Now he has a flush on the button. We need another club to get the better flush. and the river is the 8 of diamonds, and we're out of this tournament. Although I feel like I played pretty good, so now we're on the sidelines cheering Jello on.
We got 7-9 in our next hand. In a multi-way pot, we pick up an open ender on the turn and bink a straight on the river. I lead out pretty big over pot and get raised. I make the call, and he is jack 7, and he just one-ups me on the straight, and we lose a big portion of our stack moving later on into the tournament. Now we're down to just 10 bigs. 38,000 in our stack. Blinds are 1,500, 3,000 with a 3,000 big blind ante. I'm on the big blind right now, so only a little bit over 10 bigs. There's one open to 6,000, and the button makes a call. Folds around to me, and I look down at the threes. We've got a pair here with less than 15 bigs. I'm gonna put some pressure on my opponents and hopefully get this one through. I jam it all in, 38,000 chips. Both players fold. We chip up pretty nicely here. There's not many people left in this tournament, so hopefully we can make the final table. Let's keep running. We made the final table. We're combining right now. Let's go. Short stacked right now. How you doing? How you doing?
Not
Pretty
very
good. Pretty good. I mean, bigger stack than me. I don't know how to zoom in. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Top 9. Third gets paid. Third 2,000. Second 3,000. And first gets a $2,500 seat and $2,500 cash. So we just gotta keep surviving. Hopefully we can double up soon because we are one of the short stacks. Let's go. Alrighty, well, 9 people are left, 3 get paid. Final table, ladies and gentlemen. Blinds are 3,000, 6,000. I got pocket 9s in the big blind, and it folds to the button, who opens it up here to 13K. I make the call for 7 more 1,000 chips, and we're off to a flop. Heads up, out of position. Comes 10, 6, 5, 2 clubs and a spade. I'm a nice guy. I check it over to him, and he bets 13,000 again. Assuming he's going to be betting a lot of boards, I'm thinking my 9s can be good here a good portion of the time, so I make the call. 13,000 chips in the pot for me. The turn now is the 4 of diamonds, doesn't change a whole lot. 7-8 gets there, I check and he checks back. It seems like he's putting up the white flag and giving up on the hand. I'm thinking my 9s are good at this point, and if I didn't think that so far, the river confirms it. It is the 10 of hearts. No chance he's got a 10 here. I check to him though to set the trap. Hopefully he'll fall for it. He does. He bets 27,000 chips. My chips are in there in an instant. I make the snap call, and he flips over king, queen offsuit. Absolutely nothing. King high on that board. No good, sir. I got a pair of 9s. Hopefully, let's keep chipping up and make the money. 8 people left in the tournament. Blinds are at 5,000, 10,000 with the 10,000 big blind ante. We've got about 7 big blinds when it folds to me in the small blind. I look down a king queen offsuit and decide to pressure my opponent. Hopefully I can take down this pot. I jam it all in. Big blind snap calls, so that's worrisome. This was a relatively tight player. He flips over ace queen. He has us absolutely dominated. We go to a board. Can we bink a king ball one time? Unfortunately, we do not. We brick out on this board, and he doubles up through us, leaving us only with 2 big blinds left. What are we gonna do? Luckily, we've passed the blinds, and we are in the hijack now. We got 2 big blinds left, hoping to pick up some sort of hand. There are 2 horses off in the distance. I look up to see who's riding them, and who do I see? 2 cowboys. We got pocket kings. Couldn't think of a better time for this to happen. I'm glad to put my 2 big blinds in the pot, and we get 2 callers. All right, we're off to a flop 3 ways, about 7.5 big blinds in the pot.
He's all in.
Let's get a triple up right here. This will be
This is a
very
great
clutch.
song. Like, subscribe, lock in the good luck.
I guess those cowboys had a buddy, because a third one of them comes riding in on the flop. It comes king 8-3. We bink top set. The turn is the 4 clubs. The river is another 4, so we bow up on the river. I flip over my kings, and we are good. Now we've chipped up a little bit. Hopefully we can make something happen and make a run. Let's go. After that triple up, we now have 7 big blinds, but that all changes when the blinds go up once again a few hands later. Now they're 10,000, 20,000. We've got about 3.5 big blinds in our stack. An older gentleman in the under the gun +1 position opens it up to 40,000. It folds to me, and I look down at pocket 4s. They were nice to me earlier in the tournament. Hopefully they're good to me now. I rip it all in for 65,000 chips. Before the small blind can act, he's had a few beers now and he needs another one. He needs to let the floor know.
Beer? Chris! Chris! Hey, man. That's enough.
Now that that's out of the way, back to the action. Under the gun +1 position, he makes a call. Let's double up through this guy. He flips over ace, jack of diamonds. We're off to a run out. Can we hold? The flop is 8, 7, 10. He's got an ace, jack, or 9 for outs. But that all goes down the drain when the turn is the 4. We bink another set with pocket 4s. Thank you, Rampage. We really appreciate it over here at Next Gen. And the river, all we need to do is fade a 9. Can we do it? The river comes and it looks like a 9. It looks like a 9, but no, it's the 8 of hearts. We hold and double up through this guy. We needed that. We are now at a decent stack. One of the chip leaders. Only a few people left.
Jack's at the final table. We got a 10-minute break. Went to McDonald's to get him a bite. The line's too long, and we can't miss this. So Frankie's staying in line. I'm coming back. Frankie has mine and Jack's order. Next Gen Poker, we're a team. Jack, ship it, kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, it all came early this year. The coins have finally arrived, our most popular request for a merch item by far, and they look immaculate. They are only going to be 100 of them on sale tomorrow, Sunday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're going to sell like hotcakes. They are custom engraved for this first 100 coin batch. Get your hands on one of them. Best of luck in copping one, and thank you so much for the support.
With a healthy stack, we tighten up a bit until there are 6 people left in the tournament. 3 get paid. We're under the gun and look down at ace-4 clubs. I decided to open this one up to 2 big blinds. I've got about 15 big blinds in my stack. Folds all around to the big blind, who is all in with his chip, so doesn't matter. We're off to a run out. He flips over 3 8 of hearts, so we're in good shape. Flop comes pretty solid for us. 4-9-4. The 4s are so hot for us today. Thank you again, Rampage. The turn is a dud and the river's a dud too. We scoop this one and bust another player. 5 people left in the tournament. Let's keep going and cash in this guy. This next hand's my favorite one of the night. There's an under the gun limp. It folds around to me in the big blind. We got king 5 offsuit and I check. Flop comes king 6-4 with 2 hearts. I check to him again. A little bit of pot control here, planning to bet on pretty much any turn card. However, I don't get the option to. The under the gun player goes all in. Pretty much a 2x pot bet, and he's got me covered. He was the big stack at the table, and the blinds have been increasing fast. I'm not exactly sure what to do here. I do have top pair. My kicker isn't very good. This guy mentioned to me very subtly earlier that he was trying to limp some very good hands to try to trap people in the tournament. I take all that into consideration and go into the tank. For some reason, I feel like he has pocket aces here. I'm not sure, but I get the sense that I'm beat. I let my hand go, let out a sigh. I later got to talk to him after the tournament and asked him what he had. He told me he had king queen of hearts, a top pair with the flush draw. Pretty much the nuts on that board, and I'm glad I was able to get away from it because that would have been our whole tournament life with only 6 people left in the tourney. Okay, now there are 4 people left. Top 3 get paid. There's $7,500 total in cash prizes. We do talk about some chops, but there is one shorter stack at the table, and I don't want to split it amongst 4 people. I say no to the 4-way chop. We have plenty more big blinds than 2 of the other opponents. One guy has us covered. We decide to stick it out, and we do make the cash. Let's go. Top 3 people are left. We do decide to chop it 3 ways, splitting $2,500 amongst all 3 of us, and play for the WPT Step 2 Series seat. One guy busts and we are down to the bottom 2. We've only got 2 big blinds left. We are in the big blind now and we look down at 10-5 offsuit. No option but to just go with it. The other opponent flips over a better hand than us, unfortunately, and we get crushed. She wins the tournament and we take 2nd place, but this was an awesome tournament overall, great experience, and I felt like I learned a lot. Shout out to TCH Houston for hosting us. It was a great and amazing time.
Cash money, kid. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Holy shit. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. He did it. He cashed.
Yeah, we just cashed. Got 2nd place out of a total of 18 players.
Don't tell him that.
Total of 200 players. It was an awesome time. Shout out to TCH Houston. It was such a great tournament. Make sure to come down here and check them out. Great value in these tournaments.
I think that's the record for the biggest Next Gen Poker cash in history.
Might be.
Well, we haven't done tournaments. I feel like we'll be
binking more of these.
Yeah,
we
we'll
win
be-
our first
we'll be hitting
bracelet.
more of
This
these
isn't going to
for
stand
sure.
for long. And
Yeah,
if there
this
was a
one's
pool
thin.
right now, he'd be jumping in it. Let's do it. Subscribe, like, everything.
subscribe.